insulation. If you've ever had to build a house, you know how important insulation is. This is especially true for the builders whose work we're showing you now. The installation process consists of several steps. Each of them should be carried out carefully and thoroughly. The first step is preparing the wall. The worker makes sure the surface is dry and then treats it with a layer of deep penetrating primer. This composition improves adhesion between the surfaces and protects them from the harmful effects of humidity. The next step is installing a metal starter strip. It's important to position it parallel to the ground, otherwise the insulation material won't be laid properly. After that, the adhesive compound is mixed and the workers start laying the insulating material. In this case, polystyrene foam sheets. First, glue is applied to the inside of the sheets and then they are attached to the wall. At this stage, the builder checks each installed board with a construction level. In this way, the entire surface of the wall is covered. The joints between the sheets are filled with special foam. Styrofoam is not a very solid material, so the wall is then polished to make it smoother. Windows are also insulated. The sheets are shaped as needed using a regular knife. In the most exposed places, polystyrene foam is reinforced with a metal mesh to avoid damage. Production of reinforced concrete. Panel construction, that is, the construction of buildings Roof waterproofing. The construction of any house involves the installation of a waterproofing system. Otherwise, the result of all the hard work will be ruined after the first rainfall. The video shows builders laying a waterproofing layer on the roof. However, they use an unusual material. This is shingle layment by the American company GripRite. These are synthetic roof base sheets designed to replace the felt which is used traditionally. The material stands out due to its light weight. These builders chose shingle layment because it's 5 times lighter than felt, so it's easy to lift it to high roofs. Both sides of the sheets have a non-slip coating which also makes the work easier. The material has a high tensile strength which makes it more durable and more resistant to negative external influences. The insulation material is supplied in a large wide roll to cover as much roof space as possible. The more material the roll contains, the less time it takes to transport it. Take a look at the pattern. These lines guarantee an easy installation of the finishing material. Glass tile mosaic. Small tiles are the most common pool finishing material. Despite the fact that construction workers have to install mosaics on almost every construction site in the world, it is a complex procedure that requires skill and experience. In this case, the builders are replacing the old coating with a new one. Builders remove the old mosaic with a hammer, an air chisel, and other tools. Before starting, the cleaned surface is smoothed. Glass mosaic is a flexible cladding material consisting of a large number of small tiles. It may seem that each tile is laid individually, but it is not. Small parts are fitted on a special plastic mesh and placed on the wall in sections. The size of these sections can be changed if necessary. Tiles are attached with a special waterproof adhesive. In addition, the workers grout the joints. Footpath repair. Concrete is a strong, durable material, but even so, it will eventually collapse under the influence of external factors. The builders we're now showing you are repairing various types of damage to the concrete pavement. The tools they use are simple though. So the work is mainly done by skilled hands. First of all, the concrete is mixed. Small cracks are easy to treat. They're cleaned, brushed, and filled first with a special compound, and then coated with concrete using a small trowel. When it comes to repairing a wider crack, it is first increased in size. However strange that may sound. Then it is cleaned, wetted, filled with solution, and leveled. Now the master starts repairing the edges of the footpath. First, as in previous cases, the damage is cleaned. Then the broken concrete is removed because the surface on the edges must be hard and strong. Then the master drills a hole in the concrete and sticks a metal bar into it, and then makes a support to shape the edge of the path. The concrete is then poured into the hole. You can even replace an entire section of the path yourself. Old concrete and excess soil are taken out. Once again, the worker makes a wooden mold to pour the concrete. He sprays the wood with oil to make it easier to remove it later. First, a thin layer of sand is poured into the mold and compacted, and then the concrete is cast. Bioclimatic pergola. The last masters we're going to show you today created a complex wooden pergola with their own hands, without using any special equipment. The work begins with the preparation of supports. The first part of the fastening element is mounted in the asphalt. The second part is attached directly to the wooden support. Thanks to these elements, the supports can be positioned perpendicular to the floor and securely fastened. Then, on these supports, the builders attach the cross beams. Part of the weight of the structure is assumed by the building, which is why the beams are attached to the wall at one end. The main feature of the future pergola is that the boards, which function as a roof, can rotate. To enable the wooden blades to move, the experts fix them in special rotating modules, and they, in turn, are mounted along all the crossbeams beforehand, making a beautiful and very practical pergola. On a hot day, you can close the blades to keep away from the sun, and if it's cloudy, you can open them, letting in more light.